Hey Leo, how are you this week? I hope you're having a wonderful week, and if you believe in Valentine's, happy Valentine's. Let's get straight into it. Now, as I was shuffling for you guys, two cards came out, the Knight of Swords and the Hermit. And basically, I put them back in, but the message, I keep being bugged, like, you shouldn't have done that. You need to talk about these two cards, so I'm going to talk about them. Okay, so let's get straight in. This is a weekly reading. Straight in, it's about that this week's going to be very fast paced, very up and down for you guys. So you might suddenly just you'll find your workload is just kind of tripled. Just suddenly bang, things are just getting ramping up for you. And I also got the Hermit, which is like, so you're going to need to take time out in order to be able to deal with this like kind of bombardment of energy and tasks and busyness that is happening this week for you guys, Leo. So take some time to withdraw, some solitude. You really need to take some time out. So you don't want to burn out, okay? You don't want to burn out. So I just feel like it's just things are going to suddenly ramp up, whether it's at work or there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do, a lot of tasks happening. So let's find out a little bit more for the Leos this week. Let's get straight back in and see if that makes any sense with the rest of the reading that we're going to get for you guys. Yeah, exactly. Four of Swords, taking some time out to withdraw and contemplate. So that's exactly the meaning we're getting for you guys this week, Leo. Let's see what else we can get. And the Emperor. Okay, the Emperor always, it's an air sign, but it often reminds me of a Leo as well. So it could be related to an air sign. It's very much about being in your head was the words that I was given. So I feel like he's holding a lot. He's got a lot on his plate. He's got the world in one hand. He's got the thunderbolts in the other. He's got the bird in one ear. I feel like a lot of people are going to ask a lot of you this week. So a lot of demands on you this week. You're holding a lot of things. They've got a lot of responsibility. I feel like, and I feel like you're in a position of power. You might be driving something. You might be very responsible for something. You kind of got a lot of responsibilities is just the feeling I'm getting. And so, yeah, Four of Swords, take some time out. Take some time out to just be able to kind of get perspective, withdraw. I just keep getting the word withdraw and try and get some perspective on it, because I feel like you're responsible for a lot this week. Okay, Leo? I feel like not necessarily badly. It just feels like there's a bit of pressure. There's might be some deadlines or a lot of work kind of suddenly piled up onto you. So responsible. And here we have the Seven of Pentacles. So within this, I feel like I'm being kind of squashed, like a pressure. I just get that. I don't know if you know Star Wars, where they're about to be squashed in that like rubbish container and the walls are coming in and they're pushing. It feels a little bit like that. And I feel like within this situation of this pressure cooker kind of situation that you're going to be in this week, you're going to start questioning things, okay? And you're going to start thinking, is this how I really want to be doing this? Is there another way to do it? Is there another opportunity in order to be able to, that might be better? And doesn't feel like one is particularly necessarily better than the other. So this situation you're in at the moment doesn't necessarily feel particularly bad. It just feels like it's a lot of pressure. It feels like you might be looking for a solution to be able to live in your life where there might not necessarily, you can still get all the good things, but not take off just a few, like scrape off a few of the little extra responsibilities that you don't need. So there's an opportunity. You're going to be thinking about a different way of doing things. So it might be like leaving a new job, working for someone else, kind of it's just this different way of managing your life. Okay. It's like at the moment, it feels a little bit too pressure cookerish. I just want to change it and find a better way. I don't want to take away all the responsibility. I just want to find a better way that can be equally as successful and better for my health, so I'm not feeling so pressured. Okay, is the feeling I'm getting this week, Leo. And here we have the Tower card. So this is Poseidon. I feel very much exactly the same thing. So I can see his trident here. He's striking down the tower, things that are not serving you. And it's the same thing, things that are not serving you. So I feel like if there's structures around you, work pressures, I feel like there's a lot of pressure. It's just the word I keep getting. So if there's, again, with this card of like assessing, is there a better way? This is the thing of whatever is not serving you. If there's something like perhaps you've got 3 jobs and one of the jobs is, not right for you. So it's a sense of whatever's not serving for you will become really obvious. And I feel like you're the one, because I feel like I can see Poseidon with his trident just going, you're the one smashing it. So I feel like you're in control here. And that's why I've got Zeus as well, because he's the king of the gods. He's in control. So sometimes the Tower card can feel like it's out of control and everything's kind of, things that aren't serving you. It feels like things are kind of falling down around you and you don't feel in control. This one, I feel like you're the one doing the smashing down and going, this isn't working for me. This isn't serving my greater good. That job is too much stress and trouble. I can get another job somewhere else that I can get exactly the same benefits without the negatives. So it's just this sense of, if it's a relationship, it's this sense of I'm going to keep the good and keep the good things and get rid of the stuff that isn't working. So that's definitely this energy this week. And strangely, I feel like you guys, the Leo is in control, which is good, because I feel like you're going to feel good about this situation. I feel like it's not necessarily the destructive, confusing feeling that the Tower card can sometimes bring. I feel like it's because it's generated from you. I feel like you're propelling this forward to get a better outcome. So you're doing this deliberately. So it actually feels good. And here we have the Hierophant. So quite a few major arcanas happening this week, Leo. So it feels like this is kind of a big decision. This is a big change in your life that you're contemplating, a different way of managing and moving forward. And we've got the Hierophant, which I'm just really drawn to his fingers pointing up to the light like, yeah, I know the answer. I know what I got to do. So the answer will come to you. It's like you're kind of pushing through. This isn't working. That's not working for me. The answer will come. That's what the Hierophant's saying. Yep, it's just this kind of ding light bulb on moment. Now I know what to do. Okay, now I know moving forward. I see really clearly. And because I'm also drawn to this little scroll, it's like I know what to do. I know exactly what information I need moving forward. You've got the plan in your head. So definitely moving forward. So that sort of destructive energy of the Tower has just led to this very interesting, it feels very still and clear card. So it's gone straight from the Tower like, that's not working, to aha, now I know what is going to work, and now I know what to do, and I've got the plan and I know exactly how to do it. Okay, so it's good. It's good, Leos. And 2 of Pentacles, straight back in, straight to work, straight into work with the plan. Okay, straight. It's like let's set the wheels in motion. Quite literally, these pentacles look like wheels. Those were the words I was given. But I was just like taking up your tools. Yep, straight into implementing the plan that's coming up for you guys this week, Leo. So, and it feels very deliberate. It feels like you know exactly what you're doing. It feels good. It feels good. It feels very directive. It feels like you feel very clear. So one more card and then I'm going to pull. Oh my goodness. Okay, the love card. So that's a lovely card to get this week, because if it's Valentine's, I don't know if you celebrate Valentine's, but Valentine's Day is coming up this week. So no matter whether you celebrate it or not, this is the card of love, falling in love. And this is a card of, I'm just going to tune into this card because I'm really drawn to, this is Eros and Psyche, and Eros's bow strikes someone and they fall in love. So I feel like I'm holding on to the bow. I feel like I'm Eros. I feel like the Leo is the Eros. And I'm really drawn to the fact that the girl or the partner is turned away. They're not knowing. what's happening. So I feel like if there's been a bit of damage to a relationship, or a bit of, this is like repair, I'm just getting repairing a relationship with this card. Okay, you're coming back with you're holding the golden arrow that can bring the love back, basically. Again, you're in control of the situation, Leo, which is good. That feels good for the Leo, because I feel like, you know, in the past it may not have felt like you were in control, but this time you're really stepping into your power and kind of working out what you want. And so it's like, if you've lost something or something's kind of fallen to the wayside, it doesn't feel like it's been a massive damage, but just say for example, you're in a relationship and you might have been stressed at work, you haven't been the lovely, fun Leo that you are, the lovely Leo. So you're kind of coming back to that. You're stepping back into that heart center, into, okay, I'm myself again and I do love you. And it's this sense of stepping back into being the Leo and reconnecting with what you love and the person that you love. So it feels like a reconnection. It feels like you've kind of realized that having all this burden on your plate, this pressure, has kind of meant that you've almost neglected. It's had not a major negative impact, but a negative impact on something or people that you love. And so you're coming back to them this week. There's a coming back, a reunion. So that is beautiful, especially Valentine's week. If it could actually mean a new relationship as well. It could feel like falling in love with someone, but it definitely, I just get this sense of it's a reunion. So if you haven't had time, it's just a sense of not having time for people and not really being yourself, not being the person that person fell in love with. You might have been tired and stressed, or, you know, your family have been wanting to see you and you haven't been as fun because or you just don't have time. And so you're coming back into who you are and that person that everybody loves, that beautiful Leo energy again. So I'm going to ask for one final card. So nice to be able to be in control and having the arrow, in your hand. Actually, you know, I feel like that person never stopped loving you. They still love and adore you, all these people. They're just kind of like, where have you gone? You disappeared for a little while and you're like, yeah, I'm back. And I realised I haven't been around, and so I'm back and I'm going to spread the love again. So final message from your soul, a little final parting card for you guys, Leo. What is it going to be this week? Soul energy, or whatever you believe as the higher energy up above. Oh, two cards have popped out. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is very much feeling pleased with yourself, okay? And that's not the first time this card's come out this week. So it's a sense of, I feel like at the end of this, you're just going to be like, yep, I feel pretty good. I feel like I've got to where I've wanted. I've achieved what I've wanted. I've kind of worked out a new way of being. I've come back to myself. I'm feeling pretty good, feeling pretty pleased with yourself. Now, the Two of Swords, this is an interesting card to come in here. That's usually that there's some sort of impending conflict. So what I get with this card, and that you're not necessarily wanting to look at it. So I feel like there's parts of the plan you haven't necessarily activated yet, and there's going to be consequences to that. And there's some sort of impending conflict, like just say you're leaving your work, or you're going to do something differently at work, or you're changing something, and that's going to result in some sort of that's going to cause some sort of conflict. So right now you don't want to necessarily think about that, because you just want to feel pleased with yourself, because you've worked it all out. You've worked out what's going to work for you and how you're going to move forward and how you're kind of going to resolve this situation. You haven't necessarily enacted all the steps yet. So it's like yes, I'm feeling good right now. There's a few more steps to go in order to get to where I want. And I know that that's going to cause a bit of conflict, not with the people that you love though. That's what I'm getting. The conflict is with the Tower card, this situation that's not serving your greater good. So whatever that is, whatever that means to you. It feels like work to me. I'm getting a work situation, but it could be a relationship or whatever that situation is, family, whatever that situation is, that's what the impending conflict is. And so there's going to be the two sides of the coin. So in order to move into this situation and to be feeling pretty happy and pleased with where you're at, there is going to be that little conflict, but it just feels necessary. So you don't have to necessarily, you kind of know it's there. You don't necessarily want to face it this week, but you know it's coming. So it's just a matter of almost bracing yourself for it, but you know that you have to do it, and it's going to lead to your greater happiness. So I feel like, it's just this sense of you will face it when you're ready. So it's really positive, Leo. It's a really, really positive reading. I feel like you're just really stepping back into yourself and taking control of a situation that hasn't been working for you. So and by the end of the week, it's going to be this sense of, very clear vision. You're feeling pretty happy with, exactly where you're going, what you're doing, and it's just getting through that last little bit of tying the final pieces together, which is kind of coming up in the weeks ahead. So I hope that makes sense to some of you guys, and please subscribe if you'd like to hear more. I'm going to be uploading these at the same time each week. So I hope you have a great week, Leo. I feel like there's a few more weeks. I feel like it's till the end of February, this cycle that you're in at the moment, the tying up. It feels like it's got another couple of weeks left before it shifts and changes again. So that little Two of Swords, the conflict, could kind of overhang the next 2 weeks, but it's kind of leading to the greater good, which I think is why we got that message from the soul to kind of stick with the plan. It's all going to be good. It's going to be great. So take care, Leos. Hope you have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye.